The astronaut's spacesuit was pierced by a metal shard. In the vacuum of space, her oxygen began rapidly escaping. In less than a minute, she would lose her life due to sudden decompression. At this critical moment, the experienced astronaut cut through the metal shard. He chatted with the female astronaut, distracting her attention while carefully guiding her back to the space station. Just as they closed the airlock door, Ivan suddenly had a moment of disorientation. This instant nearly cost the female astronaut her life. After returning to Earth, the military doctor asked him what happened. Ivan surprisingly answered that he had seen an angel. The space agency believed he was experiencing hallucinations. To err on the side of caution, the agency issued Ivan a no-fly order. One day the space station was hit by a cluster of small meteorites. It malfunctioned and lost contact with the ground. When the United States learned of this, they prepared to send a space shuttle to steal the Soviet space station. To prevent the space station technology from falling into enemy hands, the Soviet authorities attempted to destroy the out-of-control station with missiles, but the resulting debris would destroy surrounding satellites. This would set Soviet space technology back by 10 years, so the head of the Soviet Space Agency decided to send someone up for repairs first. If repairs failed, they would sink it into the Pacific Ocean, minimizing losses as much as possible. The next day, the director brought in the engineer who built the space station. After all, he knew the space station's structure best. In addition, they also needed to find an experienced astronaut. The director had all the agency's astronauts simulate docking with the out-of-control space station, but this highly difficult operation proved too challenging for everyone. With no other options, the director had to cancel Ivan's no-fly order. Only he had a chance of completing the docking. After intense preparation, the two men boarded a spacecraft and entered the planned orbit. At this point, only 6 days remained before the US would launch their shuttle. They needed to complete the docking and repair the space station quickly. After orbiting the Earth, halfway Ivan and his companion located the out-of-control space station, but the spacecraft's fuel was only sufficient for 3 docking attempts. Ground control issued commands. Ivan began his first docking attempt. He continuously adjusted the angle, carefully approaching the space station, but he ultimately failed and nearly crashed the spacecraft. At this point, the two were about to enter a radio blackout zone. The director told them to rest for a while. The command center experts would use this time to study the docking plan further, but Ivan had something else in mind.